This show exists because you support it, and we appreciate it. If you want to lend support to We Have Concerns, visit patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. You'll get extra perks, early episodes, and more. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
I feel like 97% moved into the new place, and that's usually where I just like to stop.
3% tired.
Just like 3%. Like, what does it fucking matter? Like 3%.
There's always that 3% of not giving a shit.
Yeah, man. There really is. Like, I don't know, maybe some stuff just stays in boxes. Maybe art doesn't go on. It doesn't matter.
That's my MO.
I feel like I just did such a good job so quickly of getting in here.
Yeah.
It's like, who cares?
And then you're like, you know what? I'm probably going to move again.
I'm just going to move again. What, is this where I'm going to die?
No, I'll move again. Why take it out of the box?
Die?
Why even take it out of the box?
Why even own it? I just want to push everything that's left into the sea. Like, if it's been in a box, because there's that one box that doesn't get unpacked in between moves.
You really should have moved closer to the sea.
I should have, because now I got to drive all this useless shit over to the sea.
It's actually more effort.
This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni. Hi, concerned citizens.
Oh, man, the brain.
What's it good for? Good God.
I don't use mine as much as I should, probably. Tyler Davenport and Adam Timmerman.
Two separate individuals had the same exact thought.
They sent in a story to wehaveconcernsshow@gmail.com about a mouse with a half-human brain.
Say what now?
A mouse
Yeah.
with a half-human brain.
That's a metaphor, right? Metaphor for a real smart mouse.
No, this is some real, we've gone too far this time. This is, that I don't care about, bioengineering and stuff like this, but this creeps me out a little bit.
No God but man, Carboni over here.
This one bugs me out a little bit. I don't know. So basically the University of Rochester Medical Center went ahead and took some glial cells from human fetuses. Glial cells are like basically support cells for neurons. Mm-hmm. So they protect neurons. They make sure neurons get nutrients. They also dispose of dead neurons. They took some glial cells from human fetuses and put them into mouse brains.
Okay. Seems like a good idea at the time.
It seems like pretty cool. But what happened is they put 300,000 human glial cells into a mouse brain, which has 12 million mouse glial cells. And in a month...
It was all human.
It was all human. The human glial cells pushed the mice glial cells out of the brain. And here's what's messed up, man. You would think to yourself, that probably made the mouse unable to function.
Yeah, did it die? Didn't work out?
No,
we ruined
it made the
mouse
smarter.
Uh-oh.
I got a real problem.
Uh-oh.
I don't like it.
So we successfully did the thing that science fiction's been telling us not to do.
Don't make a super intelligent animal. We know this. It's fine. It's fine if you make an animal a more perfect version of that animal, right? It's fine if you help a mouse be the most efficient mouse it can be. The second you start putting human shit into mouse brains, you are asking for trouble.
Can I read you my favorite line from this article?
No, but yes, but no.
It's almost the last line of the article says, however, the team decided not to try putting human cells into monkeys. Quote, we briefly considered it, but decided not to because of all the potential ethical issues. There's gonna be somebody who does it.
Dude, you can't stop it now.
Planet of the Apes.
You put it out there. Even if you're not the guy who does it, now the next guy is gonna do it.
He's like, we ordered a pizza and we sat around the office and we talked. And we were like, should we do this to monkeys, guys?
Because here's what's going on. So I just wanna sort of put a laser focus onto this for people who are listening. The glial cells cause the mice to be smarter, particularly in the language region of the brain.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of logic.
Human!
Yeah!
It's Planet of the Apes, dude.
There is a lot of logical and language processing that is some higher function shit. That is what separates us from other things.
Not anymore.
And dude, how much of the conversations at the lab can those mice understand now? What is going on in the lab? Like, do they have to whisper around the mice? Do they have to spell words out like the mice are toddlers? Dr. Henstridge.
Yes, Dr. Fields?
I was wondering if we were going to put the SUBJECTS into the MAZE today.
They are STARING at you.
Oh, hello! Hello, little guys. We were just talking about your food. Oh, is that... Doctor, are they building rudimentary TOOLS?
It looks a little bit like a WEAPON.
Definitely is SHARP.
I really didn't think that CHEESE could be that. I mean, there's sharp cheese, obviously. There's
No! You son of a bitch! I can't believe you dad joked that! You son of a bitch! This is not good. We can agree on that, right?
I'm
It's
surprised
certainly
you're on
scary.
this. I'm surprised you're on this page because I think it's terrifying.
Do you know why
but
I'm
to
not
have
on
you
this-
scared makes me more scared, Anthony. Do you understand that?
Here's my thing, man. And it may just be because of movies. It may just be... If you listen to the show, if you know me, you know I'm an animal lover. Animals are the jam.
Yeah, and you think they're smart. We've talked about this.
I think they're very smart, but you know what
They could be
animals...
smarter.
Do you know what animals don't need?
Human brains?
Human bullshit added to their lives. They just need to be animals. Animals are great.
Yeah.
We don't need to make super smart. What are we going to do with a super smart animal? What do we get with a super... Well, okay, fine. I'm automatically already thinking about helper animals. I'm thinking about things like guide dogs. I'm thinking about all kinds of uses for smart animals. But shut up. But shut up about those.
Yeah, the problem is what happens when
damn it.
guide dog is smart enough to realize, like, why the fuck am I pulling this guy around? Like, what... I mean, like, okay, so, you know, he needs help, and I like helping him, but I want to do other stuff with my life because I'm just here to serve that dude. That's the problem. Invariably, you make things smart enough, they don't want to be subjugated anymore. And Planet of the Apes. Cut to Planet of the Apes.
Man, we are just determined to fuck up nature on the way to fucking up ourselves, aren't we?
Yeah.
In certain way, we're just determined. We're just like, man, look at those mice. You know what would be great is if those mice hated us. Is if those mice were smart enough to just dislike everything we did to them.
We've been fucking with those mice for so long.
Yo.
Wouldn't it be great if they were aware of it?
Oh my God, that's the last thing we need. Mice understanding how badly we fuck with them in labs. But you know, there are more practical things that they are using this for. There are glial cells help with the protection and production of myelin, which myelin is sort of this like insulator and also this conductor in a way. I mean, this gets into stuff where I'm just not like, I'm not as well versed as I wish I was, but
Right.
myelin basically helps the parts of your brain send signals clearly and efficiently. So like one of the reasons that we form habits is that if you do things in a certain way every day, your brain myelinates the connections
Right.
that allow you to do that. So it's easier for you to think in certain ways.
Right.
Which is one of the things that helps us be human and make assumptions and all that kind of stuff.
It's
But-
like grooves in your brain. Like
Yeah,
you kind
and
of
it
fall
kinda-
into a groove.
And myelin just sort of helps that. It's kind of like greasing up a connection so things
Right.
slide down it. But if you have something like MS, your brain does not make myelin properly, and what it basically is, it's like a bare wire in your brain.
Right.
So all kinds of things are sparking that aren't supposed to be sparking, and connections aren't the way they're supposed to be, if I'm understanding it correctly. But when they put these glial cells into mice who weren't making enough myelin, they found that the glial cells helped solve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, these mice were making myelin. All of a sudden, all their problems were going away. So it's kind of like, could we put glial cells from a healthy brain
Right.
into glial cells from somebody who has something like MS?
Right.
And all of a sudden, they can make more myelin.
Which would be a great use of this technology.
If it wasn't for all the super intelligent, angry mice it left behind
Yeah.
in its wake.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll never get there. They won't let us.
They won't. They'll overrun us. God, they reproduce fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like mice.
They really do. My favorite thing about this is this guy who gives lip service to the fact is like, don't worry. We get the fact that it's entirely fucked up that we would ever do this to monkeys. We discussed it. I'm not going to say we didn't talk about it. I'm not going to say we didn't bat it around because we can.
Yeah.
It's very possible. We can do it.
We could.
We're not gonna.
Yeah.
I mean,
because that's
might.
the actual quote from this guy, because people bring up everything that you think they're going to bring up. People brought up Planet of the Apes.
Right.
People brought up Deep Blue Sea,
Right.
which not enough people bring up Deep Blue Sea in
That's
everyday
true.
conversation.
That's true. Listen, we need our Samuel L. Jacksons in this world.
But I'm glad that the scientific community is bringing up Deep Blue Sea as much as it should.
Yeah.
If the lay person isn't going to talk about Deep Blue Sea as much as I'd like them to, at least the upper elite of the academic world are talking about it. And probably talking about LL Cool J and his parrot, because that was the best part of that movie.
That movie shook a few scientists to their core. They're like,
brilliant.
Wait a minute.
Was it the best Aaron Eckhart movie? Probably.
Possibly.
And I love The Dark Knight. We're going on a tangent. Here's what's up. They brought up Deep Blue Sea. They brought up Flowers for Algernon. They brought up all this stuff. And the guy was just like, no, it just makes them. It
He's
doesn't
like, none
give
of those
them
movies
anything.
starred mice.
Yeah. None of those movies starred mice, and only one of them starred LL Cool J, so only one of them matters. No, so he was like, no, it can't give them human capabilities. It can only make them more efficient. It can only make this mouse more efficient at being a mouse.
Right. Better sharks.
Yeah.
Better bats.
But like, dude, why are they so worried about efficient monkeys?
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, right?
They're just really good at flinging poo.
Yeah, but no, that's not what's going to happen.
That's not what's going to happen. Human! That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Do you know I never saw that?
Really?
The second one?
Oh, it's so good.
No, I'm not going to watch it.
Dude, it's so good.
The first one was so... I don't know.
It's a completely different movie than
I don't
the first
care.
one.
I don't care.
The first one is actually good, too.
The first one's fine.
Human! Give me mice! Smart mice!
Caesar comes in, and he's just on a cart that's drawn by 100 intelligent mice.
Yeah.
Like a tiny little chariot for monkeys.
Human! Check out mice!
Check out sweet ride! Badass, yes? Mice pretty cool.
Good job, Caesar.
Yeah.
Guess what? Welcome to our world when the mice overrun you. Yeah. And it's all going to be fun and games until Planet of the Mice.
Flip side, I'd really like to make my dog super intelligent on a certain level.
What if you made your dog super intelligent and you found out he's not as happy as you thought?
That's the bummer, right?
Yeah.
That's the Flowers for Algernon of it all.
Right.
Is like, what if I'm just like, man, if my dog was smarter, we could have like rudimentary conversations. He would understand more of what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
But then, like, I made him super smart, and I found out, like, he just didn't like me very much.
Yeah.
Like, as he got smarter, he was just like, dude, you're kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Like,
it could happen. He could be like, yeah, you know how I get all excited when you come home? That's because I'm trying to figure out ways to punch you in the face. I'm jumping up on your leg because I can't reach your nose.
I'm not that excited when you come home anymore.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Just
bored.
He's just bored. Like, I open up the door now, and he's just like,
He's like, you're literally one of only two people I see.
He's just like flipping through Netflix, just as bored as we all are when we flip through Netflix. It's just like, why don't they? It feels like they don't have anything. He just looks at me with this look in his eyes, and I just know he's thinking, you're wasting money on Netflix. They don't have shit anymore. There's no reason to subscribe to multiple services.
Yeah, that's really what'll happen when we put human brains into animals is they'll just get the malaise of every ordinary human.
Because they're just going to be trapped inside. And they're just going to be like, I don't know, we walk around the block over and over and over again. I'm thinking like, cool, now me and my best buddy will have the best times together. And he's just going to be like, dude, your life is boring.
Oh, man, you're pathetic. You're really pathetic. Really, are you going to eat more cake? Is that what you're going to have?
Oh, cool. Thai food again. Great.
Yeah,
you
job.
You make me eat the same thing every night. You could eat whatever you want.
You can have anything.
I can operate the phone now. I just can't order. My dog's like ordering Grubhub. My dog's just like, no, man, we are having Ethiopian tonight. Get a little adventurous.
Yeah. Kind of get out of your shell, man. You know what? I rented a foreign film. It's what I did.
No, I don't like, dude, seriously, Buster, I don't like the subtitles.
Really? You don't want to open your mind? You're going to watch Transformers
if I'm
again?
watching a movie.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Transformers, buddy?
It's ruining your brain. You're not thinking outside the box. You watch the same thing over and over again. And you know what? It couldn't hurt to read a book once in a while.
Man, you can barely read.
I can barely read, but I try, don't I? I spend hours in here doing nothing but pawing through books.
Don't you just want to play ball?
Ball. You know what the game of ball is? You throw the ball, I run and get the ball, and I come back and give you the ball. And you know what you do as a thank you for ball? You fucking throw the ball again. I just gave you the ball. I brought you the ball. I thought we were done. And you threw the ball again. It's like you didn't even want the ball.
This is like Tennessee Williams Family Guy. Nothing good can come of this is basically what I'm saying. Although, actually, the way they're presenting it, yes, a lot of good could come of this.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
That's
is that
the problem.
A lot of good.
Now I know where you are all the time when I'm talking about stuff like this. Because I just don't want my animals being fucked with.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're in my world. Because you
fuck
see
with humans, we're smart enough. If you fuck with us and we just like, yeah, fuck with us. We made that decision. We're bright enough to make that decision. We're at least
Are we?
Yeah, we're at least bright. Listen, man, it's not my fault if somebody says like, hey, we're going to inject your brain with all these weird cells. It's going to make you super intelligent, but also there could be some crazy ass side effects. And I'm going to be like,
super villain?
I'm going to be like, bring it.
Yeah.
Bring it. I can't wait. I'll turn into the leader. I'll wear a big hat.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, but it's not. But I was smart enough to know that it wasn't going to be fine. I was smart enough to take in the warnings that they were giving me and specifically say, no, fuck your warnings. I don't care. A mouse can't do that. A dog can't do that.
Super intelligent dog can do it.
Yeah, but you got to make them super intelligent first, which is the whole problem.
Step one, make them super intelligent. Step two, did you want to be intelligent?
No. Can we reverse this? No, we cannot.
No, but you know what? Useful info. Good intelligence.
We won't do this to any other dogs, and so also now you'll be alone in the world.
Alone in the universe.
We could give you a mate. Oh, don't make me make that decision, guys. Oh, that's fucked up. Don't make me do that. All I want is an equal, but I couldn't do this to anybody. Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it. I can't sleep with any more of these dumb poodles.
These
stupid poodles. It's just a different poodle every night. And they're beautiful, but man, they got nothing to say.
You were right. You know, this is very much a Family
episode
Guy.
Of Family Guy. Yeah, we should probably just leave it here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Two guys.
To Tyler Davenport and Adam Timmerman for sending these in. If you've seen a story recently that you'd like us to cover, you can send it in to us too. You just email it to us. It's wehaveconcernsshow@gmail.com.
And if you team up with a buddy, we'll pay way more attention to it.
Yeah.
If you get two people to send in the same story, we were like, what?
If you get three people and a super intelligent dog to send in a story, number one, you're the scariest person we've ever met. And number two, we'll definitely look at that story.
Actually, don't
if a super intelligent dog wants us to cover something, I'm there.
Yeah. Honestly, don't send the same story multiple times. We don't need multiple emails on the same story.
Yeah.
As fun as that was to say, we don't.
Unless it comes from you and your super intelligent dog.
Well, yes.
A lot of rules go out the window if you have a super intelligent dog.
You know what? If I got Fido at AOL.com, is he super intelligent? That's the real dilemma.
He was first. There are no numbers after that name, so he's smart enough to lock that down early on.
Not smart enough to get away from AOL.com.
The glial cells can only do so much, Jeff.
Moderately intelligent dog.